Have you ever noticed that you try your best to please everyone around you? You help them when they call. You listen when they need someone to talk to. You solve their problems, even when your own heart is breaking inside. You run when they need help, even if your body is tired and your mind is exhausted. You know it clearly, deep down, that in their eyes you hold no special importance, yet you keep doing more. You keep trying harder. You keep showing up. You believe that maybe, if you give enough, they will finally value you. But they never do. And when they leave, you feel empty, scared, lost. You whisper to yourself, maybe I can't survive without them. But the truth is, you were already surviving without yourself. That's where Emma's story begins. Emma was a young girl studying for her master's degree. She was intelligent, kind, and full of dreams. Everyone liked her because she was always ready to help. If anyone needed notes, Emma would stay up the whole night preparing them. If someone forgot their homework, she would quietly share hers. If anyone needed money, she would lend it, even when she had little herself. People called her kind. People said she was sweet. But behind her back, they said she was foolish. They laughed at her kindness. They joked that she couldn't say no, and Emma never realized it. She was too busy proving to everyone that she was good enough to be loved. Every morning she woke up early. She helped others with their work before even starting her own. Her room was always messy. Her meals were skipped, and her face always looked tired, yet she smiled. She smiled because she didn't want anyone to know how empty she felt inside. At night, when everyone slept, she sat alone with her thoughts. Sometimes she wanted to cry, but she held it back. She told herself she had no right to complain. She believed that being selfless was the same as being good. She believed that her worth came from how useful she was to others. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and slowly Emma began to disappear behind the mask of her kindness. Her laughter faded. Her energy vanished. She was surrounded by people, yet she felt utterly alone. Then one morning her body finally gave up. She couldn't move. She couldn't speak. The exhaustion had swallowed her whole. She was sick, drained, and broken. So she stayed home, telling herself she just needed one day to rest. One day became two. Two became 7. And in all that time, not one person called her. Not one message, not one question. Not one voice asking, "Emma, are you okay?" She stared at her silent phone and felt something break inside her. That silence was louder than any noise she had ever heard. It screamed the truth she had avoided for so long. She whispered to herself, "I gave them everything and still I meant nothing." Tears rolled down her cheeks. For the first time, she saw how deeply she had neglected herself. She had poured all her love into people who only took and never gave. She had built her world around people who would never notice if she disappeared, and yet that pain brought her peace. For the first time, she stopped pretending. She allowed herself to rest. She made herself breakfast. She cleaned her room. She sat by the window and watched the sunlight fall across her desk. For the first time, she was taking care of herself. Not because someone told her to, but because she wanted to. She started reading again, something she had loved as a child. She began journaling her thoughts, her feelings, her dreams. Slowly, she began to feel a connection with herself. But deep down, she was still confused. She wondered, should I change? Should I stop helping people? Should I close my heart? One day, she decided to meet a psychiatrist. She walked into his office nervously, her hands trembling. When he asked her to speak, everything poured out. The pain, the loneliness, the disappointment. She told him how everyone used her, how she felt guilty even thinking about herself, how she was afraid people would leave if she didn't say yes. He listened silently, then said in a calm, steady voice, "Emma, you don't need anyone to complete you. You need yourself." His words hit her heart like lightning. He continued, "It's beautiful to be kind, but it's dangerous to forget yourself. When you ignore your needs, you teach others to ignore them too. The way you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you." Emma asked softly, "But if I start thinking about myself, won't people call me selfish?" He smiled and said, "No, Emma, that's not selfishness. That's self-respect." For a moment, everything around her went quiet. It felt like her heart had finally understood something her mind never could. That night, Emma couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about his words, self-respect. The phrase felt powerful, new alive. She realized she had spent years trying to earn the love of others, but never once tried to love herself. From that day, Emma began a new chapter. She started small. She began saying no politely but firmly. She stopped apologizing for choosing herself. She spent time alone and discovered she actually enjoyed it. She stopped chasing after people who never cared if she stayed or left. She started taking walks, listening to music, writing letters to her future self. She started dressing up not for others, but because it made her feel confident. She smiled at herself in the mirror and whispered, "You are enough." Weeks passed and she began to glow again, not because someone loved her, but because she finally loved herself. People noticed the change. Some respected it, some didn't like it. Some called her selfish, but she didn't care anymore. She had finally realized that peace is more important than pleasing everyone. Dear listener, this is where you must look within. You have to live your life with your own self. No one will walk beside you forever. People come and go, but your own heart, your own soul, will stay with you till the end. So respect it, nurture it, value your time, and it's the most precious thing you own. Don't waste it proving your worth to people who refuse to see it. Don't live as a puppet in someone else's story. You are educated, capable, and strong enough to set boundaries with kindness. Help others when you can, but never let it destroy your peace. Love others, but never forget to love yourself first. Because when you love yourself, you stop begging for love. You stop chasing people who were never meant to stay. You stop letting others decide your value. You stand tall, calm, and confident, knowing that you are already enough. So take a deep breath. Look at your reflection. See the person who has survived every pain, every disappointment, every lonely night. See how strong you are, and say it with me. From today, I choose me. Because the truth is simple. When you love yourself first, you teach the world how to love you. And that, dear friend, is where your real story begins.